Hello, welcome to this analysis on Shiba with Bitcoin Gorilla. Now, this is a very important update on Shiba after the last dump that took Shiba back to 0.0000299 area. Now, if you've not watched my video, I talked about this dump coming way back 2 weeks ago, why Shiba was still hovering around 0.00008, right? So this is an update to that video. What next? Now that Shiba has gotten to that support, what is going to happen next? Now, I am going to draw this chart from scratch. So if you're new, don't worry about understanding all the jargons that happen in technical analysis, because this particular analysis is going to be drawn from scratch with explanation of what each step does, and it's strictly price action, so there's no indicator employed. So don't worry about getting confused along the way, as I will tell you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I remember Bitcoin Gorilla. If you've not subscribed, you don't want to miss analysis like this, because I'm always constantly jumping on one or two coins with every opportunity I have, as I'm also always very busy. But I find time to come and share it as often as I can, because I understand the importance of how price move and how price change with every candlesticks. And sometimes we have this volatility that will force you to actually make a decision. Now, this important last dump is what we're going to review and know what is going to happen next. Now, I'm going to start by getting the important levels on my chart, and these are the support and resistance areas, right? So the first important level I see is right here, right? Now, the next important level I'll tell you is this point and this point. Right. Now, I will also want to get the ones that are still very obvious. I'm looking for the very obvious ones. Of course, there are many ones, but I am searching for the very obvious in your eyes type of support and resistance area. So now that I've gotten them, the next thing I want to do is make sure that I have my area. So what I need to do first, if you don't know, I have my strategy that they call the Bitcoin Gorilla Box strategy, and that is what I'm about to employ next. If you want to know more about this strategy, just make sure you try and join Makaveli Traders. Trust me, it doesn't have monthly. We don't do monthly subscriptions, we don't do yearly subscription. No, all you need is access to become a full-time Makaveli trader, and you get to trade with me for life. I teach you 3 months intensive training on Zoom, and you have access to attend this Zoom training for the rest of your life. So every section is Machiavelli Trader only admit 3 times a year, only 3 times a year admission, and that is it. You are a member for life. You are a Machiavelli Trader for life. I'm going to teach you my trading strategies, and I'm also going to teach you, share my trading books, what inspired me to get to where I am, share my trading laws, because I use high iron laws for my trading. Now, here's the first thing that I've gotten back to the chart, right? The first thing that I've gotten is my box, right? This is the box, right? Containing all the dramas in one place. The next thing I want to get is I can actually extend it down, right? I can extend it down, right? The next thing I want to get is the support area of that box, which is the second line, right? That is my support area of this box. And I can tell you I can extend this box down right here, this point. So that is the extension, right? Now I can tell you that, oh, right there, yes, right here for the biggest box. Now this is, please, let's take this to weekly chart. There's no much data on Shiba, and that's why I started drawing on daily chart. But I want to take it to weekly chart so that it will be easier for me to see what I'm doing. So you can see I have gotten the top of the box, which is the resistance area. Now, if you don't know what resistance is, support and resistance is, I'm going to leave a video below this video, a link to a video below this video where I taught from scratch how to draw and get this resistance and support that I've drawn. Now I'm still on the resistance and support, no indicator employed. The next thing I want to go is go back to the daily chart and see what this looks like, right? So this is what I have here, right? So I can see again that there's another drama that started here. I can contain this drama here to this point. Now I really want to share this very minute observation that I'm seeing here and right here. It might look minute, but it's important to me. So I'm going to take note of it. That's why I'm drawing that particular box. And I can also tell you this minute move here, this one here, this one here, and this one here. I'm also taking note of that. I'm going to show you how to do that. So the next thing I'm doing is I want to find the support and resistance of this new box that I just found, right? So the support, let's change the color because everything looks the same. And by the time we start plotting the support and resistance, it's going to be a little bit complicated to understand. So I'm going to just do us a favor of changing that box area. This is this is the first box, right? Should be there, right? So let's change the color. Yeah. So the bigger box of the weekly chart and the daily box. Now we're on daily chart and this is our daily box. Now I want to also change the get the support and resistance of this box. Now mind you, it's a very simple strategy. All you need is find the real right support and resistance and treat them like an area, right? So the reason why you might ask, why do you treat support and resistance as an area? Because support and resistance break, and what you want is the bottom of the support. You don't want it breaking the last button so that your stop loss can actually work. If you treat support and resistance as a line, then you will have trouble, a lot of trouble when implementing stop loss, because stop loss hunt is going to catch up with you. So here is what I see. So you see the chart. Now I have a much better chart to work with. And okay, let's try to see if we can get bias line, right? So the trend line, right? And I can tell you, I have a bias line that was broken right here. In fact, I can get a mini one right here that was destroyed, totally destroyed. This bias line was totally destroyed, right? This bias line was completely destroyed. And I can tell you, now with this new current one, I can form another one right here. Now personally, I like working with the box more, but my goal is, when I draw the bias line, I want to make sure that the bias line is working with my box, right? So I'm not trading the bias line, I'm trading my box, but making sure I have a meeting point. What are the meeting point? Just take for instance here, 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 and here. You see that somehow my boxes are meeting with my trend lines and they are within my support area, right? Like this particular one is completely around the resistance area. So I wouldn't be buying this. Instead, I'll be doing the opposite of shorting this. Once I see that break, I'll short it. Meanwhile, this trend line is telling me that it's buy opportunity. My box strategy is telling me that is a sell opportunity. But the question is why? The reason is still within my box resistance area. This is my daily box resistance area, and this is my daily box support area, right? And this is the weekly box support area, and this is the weekly box resistance area. You can see how the price rejected the weekly box support resistance, and now it's within the daily box support area. So now what is the threat on Shiba? What is the threat on Shiba? Now, where we are is within the support, but the threat is this distance, right? This distance. At least this point, the threat that Shiba has now is, what if it goes like this and comes like this to this point? That is the threat I see on Shiba. So right now, it's not far any longer, right? It's not far from here. If that's at maximum, we could be seeing 0.0002 area, right? Like 4 zeros 2, right? 0.4 zeros then 2. Now, if that is going to happen, then if you enter Shiba where it is, you just need to buy little by little, because it's just 1 week, right? Just a week like this could complete this move. Now, if I tell you the chances are high for the bulls than the bears now, will you believe that? Here's why I say that. The reason is the meeting point. This is the meeting point, and the meeting has already taken place. You can see it. These three support has met. Even though this is why the previous time they were here, they didn't meet with this guy, with this white line, or this guy, this horizontal support or the slanting support. None of them met, right? But this time around, it didn't just meet the tip of the my box. support area, it entered my box support area and met the three important point, right? So chances are high of a bounce instead of a dump. But this is crypto and volatility is real. That is why I had to first of all talk about the chances of a dump. But the bounce now has more chances than the dump. So chances are high we have Shiba going to 0. There's likely going to be a reaction around from 0.48 all the way to zero point 0.6. There's going to be a reaction because that is we're about to enter the resistance, and once we enter this resistance around 0.5 0.40 then 53, you have to put 0.0000. I just don't want to be calling the zero, so I'm going to use number to refer them. So 0.4053, this area, just know what I mean. This area is going to get to this point and there will be a reaction depending on the supply relying around this point. Depending on the supply, we could see Shiba actually taking a dive to this point. That's 0.000065. And if the supply that is laying, and if the demand that is laying here, the order, because that's what is pushing Shiba, we could see Shiba retesting this high once again, right? That would be a beautiful, fantastic thing if it doesn't get stopped by this point. Because this is a threat. This is a big threat, right? So the only thing that makes it more interesting for Shiba to say that there's a big um possible bounce coming before even any dump is because now the supports are too much. They are jam packed. And when there is a jam packed support, it becomes too hard to go down. So even if they are being pushed down, they won't go far down. They will reverse up. They won't go far down before now they take the dive up. Because you can see that here this support, this clash of these three support make this point even stronger demand area. So a lot of others are lying, and most of these orders might end up not getting picked up because of the buy pressure that could actually drive price. And if the sell pressure that is lying around here continues to grow, the worst they can do is push them to this point. That's the worst they can do. So Shiba is actually a good coin right now to actually start buying more, because I do see Shiba making a move. A bounce is coming even to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is likely going to bounce and altcoins are going to react, right? But I don't see a new all-time high happening anytime soon on Bitcoin. But chances of price hitting to recover could take Shiba to this point again. But remind you, there is a resistance. It first has to kick out before entry. Just like you see the drama here, there could be a drama here. So there could be some drama and kick back. When it gets here, it gets kicked back before it attempts again and attempt again. The same thing is likely going to happen. When it gets here, there will be a kickback. It's going to attempt and try to move. So it's not going to be like a slick move. There will be challenges because of this point, and this point. But if Shiba can have a strong demand, like I say, here is all demand area and it's in a good support area. It is in a good support area. It has actually entered and pulled back up. It could enter back to test the entry and make sure that we have strong support that could cause this bulls to move. It is that retest that will show that Shiba is ready to keep going up, because I expect them to create a higher low, right? Even if they push a little down, they'll create a higher low so that the move can continue. Hard at worst, get them here. So I do see Shiba going up. The chances of going up is high because of the jam pack support. I always like the point where my support are meeting. You can see this point. You can see the reaction of when the support met, the trend line and the horizontal line and my support area. You can see how that move. And likely we could see that happening again within here. So as long as price is within this range, the, the sellers are not going to find it funny, right? Shiba buyers are going to keep pushing. They're going to keep wanting to let this price move up. And this supply could start drying out and demand could start growing very fast on Shiba. So we see Shiba is likely going to recover and have a good pull up. So if you are stuck as a result of this dump, or maybe you didn't take profit the last time, all you need to do is be patient. Trading is going to take a lot of patience. And mind you, let me warn you, this area is going to come with a lot of drama. It's going to come with a lot of move like this. They are going to struggle. You can see them already struggling in the past when they were going down. They will struggle when they are going up. As well as you can see the struggle here, you can see the struggle here. It is that struggle that will give them the pull to move up. But very soon they will start moving up. So hang in there, because as soon as possible, you can never know. It could be just as soon as you think, but as soon as you don't know. I don't want to give a date. I don't like giving a date. But one thing I do know is I am constantly coming to update you. All you need to do is subscribe, and you will be able to make it and catch on to the latest analysis from Bitcoin Gorilla. If you want to join Makaveli traders, I'm going to leave the link in the link below. Mind you, don't get scammed. We only give access into Makaveli traders 3 times a year. And don't get scammed again. The access does not come with any monthly subscription or any yearly subscription. All you need is that your access card. Once you get your access card, you have become a Makaveli trader. And every access that I have, you have. I give you access to all my trading books so that you're going to learn as I learn, because I am constantly growing and I'm constantly developing and improving on this my trading strategy called the Bitcoin Gorilla box strategy. I developed this from my trading experience using using Jesse Livermore, some few strategy I picked up from him, coupled with my own personal strategy and observation of the crypto market and as well as other market that I've traded. This is what led me into forming this Bitcoin Gorilla box strategy. And the good thing is, it's not just me. I'm not just the only one. Makaveli traders, we all work with this, and it's constantly being improved. Trust me when I say it is a family you want to be with. It's a family you want to grow with. We trade together. I'm a high leverage trader. I trade 125x. And mind you, that 125x comes with iron rules. Don't try it on your own. Oh, don't blow up your account. I trade it with iron rules, strict iron rules for long-term purposes that will help you grow and see good profit over time. Trading is about growth. It's not about one trade. It's about conquering as many trades as you can. And becoming a trader, you want a family by your side that will tell you the truth and not lie to you. We share all our trade. We share and train you to be like a Makaveli trader. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you find this video quite interesting. I remain Bitcoin Gorilla. Happy trading.